All right, like 8 months ago, I went public with the goal of getting 1 million streams on a 3-song EP. We're now 8 months later, if I'm doing my math correctly, and I am nowhere near 1 million streams. Whoops! But I am at 260,000 streams. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a quick update on exactly how I have gotten those streams over the course of the last 8 months, and what is working for me right now, what is not working, and where I expect to end up by the time I hit August, which is when my goal to get 1 million streams will be due. Definitely not going to hit it unless I pay a ton of money for playlisting. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, here we are in my Spotify for Artists, and this is my all-time streaming data. So you can see this is my most recent release. I did it as a series of waterfall releases, but all 3 songs together, 260,000 streams, 623. Took me like a second to say that number in my head for some reason. Am I going to get to 1 million by August 29th, which I think August 30th is when the first one came out? No, I'm almost definitely not going to unless I spend a ton of money on playlisting, which I haven't totally ruled that out. But I'm probably going to get close to like 500,000, I would think, at this point. So halfway to my 1 million streams goal in a year. So I'll just give you a quick update on where things are at, what I'm doing, and what is working / not working. So first of all, I had a choice a few months ago which of these songs I wanted to focus the most of my budget on. So I promoted each one as they were released, and then in January I had a choice. I decided I was going to focus on this one, The Kingdom is Close. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it might be the one that I am least annoyed with when I listen to it. I put my budget to this over the last few months for ads, for meta ads. And so, honestly, it hasn't been a stirring success. And I'll show you the ad campaign in a second. But like, if you just look at the data here, you can see somewhere in here, I switched the ads to this song. So I ran ads to it out of the gate. It was my first release. And then I promoted other songs, and then I switched the ads back to this song somewhere in here. And you can see it didn't make a huge difference. It's like I was still getting saves on the song when I was advertising other songs, and I didn't get a ton more saves on this song when I switched the ads to it specifically. And it hasn't also really stacked in the streaming department, which is basically the goal, is to get 1 million streams. So overall, honestly kind of disappointed with how promo is going for this song, and it's making me feel like I'm probably going to switch my budget back to the other song that is over 100,000 streams, which I think had a little bit more traction. Just to give you a little bit of insight into why I made this stupid decision to switch promo to this, I actually did it because the algorithmic traction on this one was super high for a period of time. So there were a few months where it was above 50% algorithmic from source of streams. And so I was getting a lot of radio and a little bit of Discover Weekly traction. There are 3 factors in my mind that impact how successful a campaign is, an ad campaign. How cheaply can you get clicks over to Spotify? How engaged are those people when they get to Spotify? So what is the streams per listener? How many people are saving it? And then how much is Spotify itself pushing the song? So I felt like it had done okay with ads. I think it was like a 40 to 50 cost per result to tier 1 the first time I ran it. It was a decent, okay streams per listener. I am doing a little bit of third-party playlisting for it, so it's never going to be super high, but decent streams per listener save rate, and it was getting a lot of algorithmic traction. And so this was the factor that made me decide to push all my spend into this. And it just hasn't really paid off. And so I think if I went back, I would weight the engagement metrics and the cost per result on ads more heavily than I did the algorithmic factor. Again, it's not like these metrics were bad. They just weren't quite as good as the other song. And so I think I'm actually going to switch back to the other song. So that song is Everything. So I haven't been promoting this for a few months. And if we go 12 months, you'll get a very clear idea of when I was promoting it. So in here, and then cut the ads right there. So yeah, I guess I switched at the beginning of March. So not February. So it's only been, 1.5 months that I've been promoting The Kingdom is Close. Not terrible. I mean, still not very good. But yeah, you can see for a month in here, I did $1,000 budget. This was probably $1,000 in ad spend. Most of this was a $500 per month ad budget. I think the month of February, I did $1,000. So that's where this thing is at. Engagement stats aren't crazy because I am doing a decent amount of playlisting for all these songs. The main thing is that I was just able to get ads a little bit cheaper, more cost efficient with this one. So I think I'm going to switch back. Might be unwise, but I'm probably going to do it. We'll see. I'll let you know in the next update video. And the third song is this song. I actually kind of like this song too. I haven't really spent a ton on ads for it, so you can see this was my first month running ads to it, and I didn't really do any ads for it. And then in January, I tried Ashwin, who I had on the channel in another video. I'll link to it if I remember to do that somewhere on the screen. He ran a test campaign with $150 in ad spend and was able to get pretty solid results for that. And that was that little bump right there. And then otherwise, just kind of letting it spin. Now, I did just try a campaign with Omari, his new playlisting company or brand, Playlist IQ. And so I literally was just added to a few playlists a couple days ago. Like this is one, April 17th. This one, Soft Pop Hits, was April 19th. And I think I'll be added to a couple others through that service. I'm going to write a review of it, that service separately. I'll probably do a video of it too. So haven't really done anything, but just spun up a little playlisting campaign on this one as a trial to try Playlist IQ. So that's where this song is at. Obviously not doing anything near the volume of the other two. And engagement metrics are also pretty low because a lot of it is playlisting right now, other listeners' playlists, but that is where this song is at. So all time, that puts me at 260,000 streams. So I'll click over to Ads Manager real quick and show you where things are at with that. So this hasn't all been on Spotify, but I'm getting close to $6,000 in ad spend. This is the campaign I have running right now, but I am doing a main campaign and a test campaign to try some different creative. This one has been wicked expensive, $1.01 per view content. That is very bad. Should probably turn that campaign off. And this one is 60 cents, also pretty dang bad. You can see everything was that other song that has 120,000 some streams, and so that was at 43 cents over its life. And so that's the main reason I'm thinking about switching back to that. I'll just show you like what this campaign has been. So this was when I first launched the song. This is the second when I switched back to it. If we look at the last 30 days, 64 cents per result. So not awful, but really not very good. It is to a tier 1 audience, so that's part of the reason the cost is higher. Audience-wise, this has been pretty representative for me. 18 to 34 women has been the audience. It is like Christian music, and I found that that is a more common audience for Christian music, just in the ads I've run. And then this whole time I've been running a playlist campaign that has performed pretty well. This is not just for my own music, too. It's for a bunch of other artists as well, but I am building it, so I put my own music on it, because why not? Yeah, that's where things are at with the ads. I will do another video at some point walking through the Playlist IQ campaign, however that goes for Haunted. And that is where things are at overall with the streams. So we'll see in another, how many more months? May, June, July, August. That's like 4 months. So probably I won't get to 500,000 streams, but maybe I'll get close. We'll see. So stay tuned. So that is where things are at right now. Obviously, it has not quite been as successful as I'd hoped, and I've probably / definitely made some mistakes along the way, but I'm still honestly feeling pretty good about it all. Like, if I had told 15-year-old John that I would have almost 1 million streams on my catalog and 260,000 streams on my last EP, I think I would have been pretty pumped. So yeah, I'm not going to feel too disappointed with the numbers that I'm getting. If you're interested in learning this sort of stuff for yourself, I do have a membership where I help artists run ads on Spotify. I also do a lot of other marketing work. It's a great group of people, all of whom / most of whom they're all smarter than me. So yeah, there's a link to that somewhere in the description below. If you want to grow your own fan base, that might be helpful. But yeah, whatever your own marketing goals are, here's wishing you good luck. Here's hoping that you don't make any weird or dumb mistakes, although you probably will, let's be real. But here's hoping you recover from any mistakes you make. And here's hoping, as always, that more people hear your music and connect with it in a meaningful way. You got this.